How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero, and welcome back to another reaction video. This time we react into the most insane weapon you never heard about by In a Nutshell. Alright, so I'm really excited to get back in a nutshell, and in a timely manner, I might add. This one's actually like the next day, well, for members anyway, but like, I'm just really excited to get back into In a Nutshell stuff, but I have to address, like, the previous ones I've reacted to, I always talk about how, like, they always, like, make it positive, you know, in the end, it's always positive, so I'm really testing them on this one, you know, because it's the most insane weapon you never heard about. Usually, like, 9 times out of 10, I even, like, might argue 10 times out of 10, a weapon of any kind is bad, you know, so how they're gonna spin it into a positive thing, hopefully at the end, like, this might be just doom and gloom, but knowing In a Nutshell and, like, the past videos I've reacted pretty much every single one of them, like, they always end positively, you know, so hopefully this is, like, a weapon that's never been made, like, that's the positive side of it, you know, so I'm really excited to get this going, so without any further ado, here is the most insane weapon you never heard about.
In the 1950s,
nuclear weapons.
the US began the top-secret project Sundial. Most of it is still classified.
You're right, I've never heard of it.
A single nuclear bomb so powerful it would destroy all of human civilization.
All
conceived in cold logic from the mind of a genius
I hate
scientist.
you, Oppenheimer.
Sundial had the energy equivalent of 10
his
billion tons
actually
of
went
TNT.
through.
A pyramid of explosives 13 times taller than the
Holy
actual
shit!
Great Pyramid. 3,000 more
Talk
than
about
all the
size
bombs
comparison,
dropped
my
during
man.
World War II. If you dropped the bomb that destroyed Hiroshima every minute, it would take you over 50 months to match Sundial.
Every minute.
How was it even possible for us to achieve this insane level of madness?
Oh my god.
Everything is different forever.
Yeah.
Let's set the stage. If you were 40
that
in
is
1945,
terrible.
that means
Terrifying
you were born
and
in
terrible.
1905. Back then, monarchs ruled over much of the world. Only 3% of homes in the US had electricity. Cities were dominated by horses. The first experimental planes
Kind of goes back to the other
flown.
one, you know? It's like, you don't know how good you have it until you
100,000 soldiers died in war each year. Imagine growing up in this world and seeing change almost too fast to keep up with.
Yeah.
By 1945,
I can't even
24 million
comprehend that,
soldiers
man.
and 50 million civilians
It's like putting on a
had died
movie,
in
but
2
it's
world
real-world
wars.
events.
And suddenly, there were TVs, microwaves, jet planes, and nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
They kind of broke the brains of the people alive back
Just
then.
a little bit.
Overnight,
Oh my God.
nowhere from the edge
didn't
of
even
space
think
to the
about
bottom
that,
of
man.
the ocean was safe.
Must have been terrible
It's
for them.
hard for us today to understand the level of terror this instilled in people. The implications were wild.
Hindsight's
Without nuclear
20/28.
weapons, it seemed you'd stand no chance in future conflicts. Nations without that power would get trampled by those that did have it, no matter how big their armies were.
Oh boy.
There was one brief moment where it could all have been stopped. In 1946, the US proposed the Baruch Plan and promised to get rid of their atom bombs, share nuclear technology with the world, and set up an international authority to make sure no one ever built such weapons again.
Literally the sign of peace.
But the military advantage of nuclear bombs was too great to
there
let
it is.
go.
God.
Just 3 years
Does it
later,
go into the ark?
Soviet Union detonated their first atom bomb. This caught everyone by
watched
complete
Oppenheimer.
surprise. The Soviets were not decades behind American technology, but had just pulled even. Shock turned into fear, and fear makes people do crazy
Are they playing
things.
Risk?
The whole concept
'Cause it
of
feels
what
like
war
Risk.
was and how it would be won was overturned in a hot second. In a world where your enemy could fly over your soldiers and vaporize
Literally,
your cities,
like, activate
the
a trap
answer
card
seemed
playing
to be a
Yu-Gi-Oh or
nuclear
something.
arsenal that could strike faster and harder. The nuclear arms race began. In
I hate this. This is
1946,
the worst
there were
race.
just 9 nuclear bombs in the world. In 1950, the number was 300.
I was about to say, it's
In
gonna get
1960,
way
it would be 20,000.
exponentially bigger.
In a way, the nuclear arms race was pretty daft. One superpower would develop a powerful new bomb and detonate it. And then the other
one
would
did
build
it
something
again.
more powerful and blow it up, and this would continue endlessly.
Why?
A dirty and wasteful
Just
game of
why?
creating more and more horror that seemed totally reasonable at the time. Superpowers
I don't
spent
want to see the
trillions to
birds'
have
skeletons,
thousands of the
thank
most
you.
intelligent people show off how hard they could destroy humanity. Fear
Again,
had to be
why?
met with much greater
Just because
horror,
you can?
and one
You
man
have that power?
knew how to make
You shouldn't.
nightmares real. But what if we destroy humanity even harder? Edward Teller was a
How do
brilliant
you do
Hungarian
that?
theoretical physicist. He was
What do you
among
say,
the
drop
first
a
people
nuke on
to realize
Hiroshima
that the
every 15
fission chain
minutes?
reaction in uranium could make a bomb, and he helped to build it. But for Teller, the bombs
Again,
were
I've
not
seen
powerful
Oppenheimer.
enough. He was ready to pay any price for security, and to be more secure, to be less afraid.
I love
he
the
urged
visuals
that
in this,
larger
even though it
bombs
is
were
like
the
more
answer.
doom and gloom
Even
than
in
I'm
the
used to in a
1950s,
Kurzgesagt.
this was a pretty hot take, and many scientists were appalled by
sure
his
about that?
ideas. He didn't care one bit, and incessantly lobbied
Okay.
scared politicians to greenlight more devastating nuclear weapons.
That was like my reaction in the beginning of this video.
Just right. Terrified by the rapid nuclear progress of the Soviet Union, he got a blank check from the military to bring his most destructive fantasy to life. It took him only a few years to make them a reality: the hydrogen bomb. A hydrogen bomb is so
convinced that it's fear-mongering that made him
just to trigger it.
into that position.
It's basically a nuke. The first stage,
Cold War
next to a
was all about
capsule of fusion
fear-mongering.
fuel. The second stage, encased by dense materials like lead. When the atom bomb is detonated,
too bad for Superman,
it
he can't see
releases
through it.
ungodly amounts of X-rays that get channeled
That might be
onto
why.
the capsule. The capsule's surface explodes, pushing inwards and compressing the fusion fuel so violently that for a
God.
brief moment it simulates a star. When this bomb was first
Oh, we
tested
just
in
made an artificial
1952,
star.
it
What are you,
instantly
Piccolo?
erased a Pacific island from the map.
Vegeta,
2
sorry,
years
Piccolo
later,
destroyed the
he
moon.
tested an even bigger nuke, 1,000 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. The world recoiled in horror. With weapons this powerful,
I keep
war
going
stopped
back
being
to that
about winning,
question.
and total human annihilation became very real.
Oh, Jesus
Teller
Christ!
celebrated. In just 2 years, he had enabled
Celebrated.
the creation of American warheads 100 times more powerful. He had stolen the nuclear fire from the gods and awoken cosmic
Oh, I
horrors,
love the way you
but
worded
he
that.
insisted that it was
Hate
still
that
not
a man
enough.
is responsible for that
His
power.
dream was to have a bomb of almost unlimited power. And once again,
I think he
his timing was
succeeded.
pretty great. When the Soviet Union detonated its own hydrogen bomb, it sparked a new wave of fear. This is where we get the top secret
It's
Project
quite
Sundial.
literally just one right
The
after
bomb to
another,
make
ain't it?
all other bombs irrelevant. The final bomb. Teller skipped right to the end. The end of the nuclear arms race. He wanted
This
to
man
build a
is
world
not
destroyer.
good.
Something
Jesus.
so breathtakingly destructive, so incredibly scary.
Why does it look like that? And why does it remind me of Call of Duty Zombies?
Almost everything about it is still classified, but what we do know about
Maybe
it is
good.
terrifying. Work on
No
it
one
actually
should have
began,
that power.
and tests were planned. Sundial wouldn't be some warhead loaded up onto a bomber and dropped on a target. No,
Oh.
it would be a backyard bomb. After all, if a bomb can destroy the world, why bother moving it at all?
That's
No need to bring it close to
fair?
your enemies. You could as
Question
well just
mark?
put it in your
What?
backyard. Maybe it would have actually been put in the center of the country. Maybe it would have been put on a remote island. Or
hopefully a
stored on
remote
ship.
island.
We
But
don't know
it
what the
doesn't
actual
matter,
plans
does
were.
it? The whole world
But this
would blow
underlines
up.
how insane this weapon was, and that Teller knew exactly what he was proposing. In his mind, the rationale was the ultimate deterrence. If you attack us or our allies, we will
We'll
destroy
blow
the
up
world.
the world?
On a technical level, his concept was not even that complicated. It was probably some kind of nuclear matryoshka doll. The truly breathtaking thing is the idea itself, and that he actually attempted to make it real. From
I
what we
cannot
know,
fathom,
Sundial would have weighed
like,
at least
one
2,000
guy had the
tons,
idea
as
just to
massive as a
wipe out
250
humanity,
meter long cargo train.
And then some.
It
Freaking
would
all the
explode with a power of
everything.
at least 10 billion tons of
Oh.
TNT, a number so big
my Minecraft
it doesn't
server.
mean anything anymore. So let's make this a bit more graphic and explode
Why?
it in Nevada. One
Okay.
wild thing about it is that
Sure.
humanity never tested anything remotely like it, so this is the best speculation we developed together with experts.
Oh, good thing this
For
is
a
fiction.
brief moment, a fireball of pure energy appears, up to 50
My
kilometers
redness.
in diameter, larger than the visible horizon.
Yeah, I was about
It
to
radiates
say.
blistering heat at the speed of light. Everything within 400 kilometers is instantly set on fire.
just evaporated?
Every tree, house, person.
Oh.
The energy would reach much further, but the explosion is so big that the Earth's horizon curves
Do you still
away
have to
from
worry
it.
about radiation
The
poisoning
surrounding
after?
deserts turn into a field of glass. Then comes the
What?
blast wave.
I guess
The
if you heat
atmosphere
sand, it turns to
above
glass,
the
but
explosion is violently
that
shot
instant?
into space. A magnitude 9 earthquake shakes the United States, while the sound of the blast reverberates around the world.
Oh.
North American forests burn, adding their
like every
soot
other
to the bomb's
kaiju
radioactive fallout to create
movie. You
toxic
should have
death
to show the
clouds
Statue of
that
Liberty
shroud
getting
the world
destroyed.
like a dark curtain. Sundial is like a nuclear war happening
that
all at
answered my
once,
question, huh?
but it's more like a giant volcano erupting or an asteroid striking than a nuclear war.
Oh,
Sundial would bring about
God.
an apocalyptic nuclear winter where global temperatures suddenly drop
definitely
by
answered my
10 degrees
question.
Celsius. Most water sources would be contaminated and crops would fail everywhere.
I was gonna
Most
say this is
people
how you
in the
get
world would
Fallout,
die.
but
So,
like the game, but
congratulations,
no
you
one's alive.
won. Good news.
Thank you.
No, bad news.
What is wrong
The
with
good
you?
news is that Sundial was never built.
Thank
Those
you.
details
I was
are still
correct at the
top
very
secret,
beginning, by the
but
way.
we know that scientists reacted with horror, and politicians who were secretly informed
They
responded
should
with
be.
disbelief.
My
Even
vote's
the
on the
US
duck.
military thought this was a bit
Yeah,
much.
holy moly is an
In the
understatement,
insane
my
world
man.
of nuclear arms, this madness was too much. Building
Yeah.
it considered a crime against
Eventually,
humanity.
they had to put their foot
And
down,
it had
man. It's
other
like, okay,
problems
let's
too.
stop with the
A
bombs,
single
please.
apocalypse weapon leaves you no wiggle room. Would you press the button if
No!
enemy soldiers crossed a
I
distant
don't care
country's
who's
borders or
coming,
attacked
man.
one
I
of your
am not
distant
taking out
bases?
the world with
Would
me.
you end the world if your rival overthrew a friendly government?
Already answered that.
Can you protect an ally with a bomb that would kill them too?
No!
The elephant in the room is that
It's
while
literally
sundown is
counterintuitive. It
clearly
does not matter
insane,
at that point.
Humanity still kind of did build it. At the peak of the Cold War, humanity had over 70,000
That's the
nukes.
bad news.
Even today, we still have about 12,000 nuclear weapons, enough to destroy human civilization. Instead of a single world burner, the superpowers built tens
Multiple.
of thousands of nuclear weapons of all types
Dude,
and
I
sizes.
hate that. I cannot
Hidden in
understand
submarines
why. It's
or
like,
waiting
just
in
because the other
bunkers
people
and
had it,
silos.
like, just get rid of all
And
of them.
this sounds so
Shit.
much more reasonable, doesn't
Come
it?
on, Tough, give me
But this
positivity,
also makes them
please.
a much more credible threat. Because if people feel they can risk setting off a smaller nuke, they might actually get launched. And we don't know what kind
Captain
of
America
chain
when you
reaction
need
this
him,
might
dude.
trigger. So in reality, the difference between Sundial and what we have today is not even that big. Humanity didn't build a doomsday
You're not
bomb,
helping with
but
the
a doomsday
positivity.
machine.
It's all
Today,
negative.
the world may be on the verge of another
Oh,
nuclear
the USA
arms
and
race.
Russia.
The US is on track to spend $1 trillion on nuclear modernization programs,
Maybe don't.
while China is expanding its arsenal and might have more than 1,000 nuclear weapons ready to be deployed by 2030. So
Interesting.
far, we've escaped the existential threat
Chop
these
your
weapons
finger
pose,
off.
But if an alien visited Earth, it might ask us if we're okay and need a hug.
Yeah.
We should ask ourselves.
Hey, why
as
do
a
you have so
species,
much
if
weapons of
we
mass
really
destruction?
want to
Don't
be
you
ready
love
to
your
destroy
planet?
ourselves at a moment's notice.
Oh, that's
That was
it.
a lot.
That was a
Science
lot.
is never
Where was the
inherently
positivity,
good or
man?
bad.
The bomb
It's up
wasn't
to us
built.
to
That was
use our
it. That
sense
was the
of
only
curiosity
positive outcome
and
of it.
exploration for something positive.
Holy
If
crap.
you want to impart
Oh.
this spirit onto the kids in your life from early on,
Hey.
our sponsor
Alright, here we go.
KiwiCo is a
I know
great
about them.
start. This
They make some
is
cool
one of their
stuff, man.
science project crate
I never
that
done it
delivers you all
personally,
the
but
ingredients
I do have
for
a daughter.
science adventure right to your doorstep. Let's explore.
Okay, let's
There's
get
a
back into the
wooden
happy
board and
mindset,
pieces,
man. Oh
a
my
motor and
god,
wires,
that
some
topic was
marbles,
heavy.
And googly eyes.
Hey.
It's the Maze Arcade Kit that teaches kids about the
Yes,
intersection
please.
of mechanics and physics
Oh, you can
in
move
a
it
playful
yourself?
and intuitive way. This
I
crate is
want
part
that.
of the new KiwiCo Labs
Do it
Learning
myself,
Club,
don't even
a
give it to my
program
daughter.
that takes you along on a learning journey for
Can
young
you make a bow and
scientists
arrow?
to be. Consecutive hands-on projects
clock.
help
And
develop
a
our
robot.
strength and problem-solving skills on things like
Hell
science,
yeah.
engineering, and robots over time.
They've been
There are
busy.
also
I haven't seen
different
this company in a
programs
bit,
available on
but
topics
this is
like
way
world
more intuitive
geography
stuff.
or art and design, all with their own high-quality
Art and design's
crates
where I'm
and
at, man.
exclusive online
You just straight up made a
content to
guitar.
unlock.
Or a bass. I didn't
This
see the
holiday
string.
season, a KiwiCo subscription could be the gift that literally keeps on giving for your kids or any niece, nephew,
That's
godchild, or other
amazing,
little one
man.
in your life with a new box of wonders
Trying to like
arriving
shift my
every month.
mindset, like just
We like
bury the
KiwiCo
bomb
because
talk.
with their new Learning Club program, they're fostering a mindset of making learning something that's an ongoing exploration, just like we want to.
Learning's
If
so
you want
cool.
to
It's
try
so
out the
fun,
new
man. But like the
KiwiCo
way the
clubs,
public
click on the
school
link in
system
the
does it, I'm
description
really
or
not a
use the
fan.
code Kurzgesagt to get 50% off
50?
your first
Holy
crate
crap.
of a monthly club.
It's usually
with
like
KiwiCo.
20.
It's time to reveal
This is like just
our
waiting for the
darkest
next-
secret. This may come as a surprise to you.
Can we
but
stay positive?
Kurzgesagt is not actually run by burbs, but by humans.
What?
Now you might wonder, how's this possible?
Blasphemy.
So many
Lies and
people
scandals.
spending hundreds of hours on
Big
research,
news.
writing
Trying to think
and
of all the-
animating the Kurzgesagt videos that are then released for free. Well, the answer is simple.
They're doing
It's
God's work,
possible
man. Let's be
because of
real
our
here.
shop. Our products are a piece of Kurzgesagt
I gotta bust
that
out the
you can
bird again.
touch, read, and have around you.
Oh yeah.
Just like our videos,
Have around me.
they're a vital part of our dream to inspire people all around the world.
That's beautiful.
Our carefully researched infographic posters are now part
I
of so
really
many
want to get one
people's
of the
homes,
posters, by the
teaching
way. I
them
just
about
haven't like
evolution,
found the right
black
one
holes
that pops
in the
out
night
at me.
sky. While our gratitude journal
reconsider.
helps improve
Look
lives
again.
every day. A special thanks goes out to
Hey!
everyone who
Milky
appreciates
Way
our
scented?
weirder product ideas. Every
want the
Kurzgesagt
candle.
product you buy directly funds another moment we get to spend working on our videos.
Let's go.
And you
That's
get a
very
special
important,
piece
man.
of Kurzgesagt in
And non-profit
return.
organizations
Thank
definitely
you
need
so
like the
much for being a
people.
part of our story and for making this channel possible.
Thank you for making it,
The
man.
burp humans of Kurzgesagt
I still don't like that,
are
though.
eternally grateful.
Okay, just making sure, buddy. Oh, that was, the actual video itself was kind of, take a deep breath after that one, but like, everything afterwards, you know, kind of channeled the positivity vibe that I was looking for. Alright, so like I said at the very beginning, man, I really tested to see if they could make that positive, but like, sadly, the only thing that was positive about it was the bomb was never made to begin with, you know, which is very, very sad to think about in all honesty, because it's like, the way the like Cold War like started and ended, by the way, is just like constant struggle of like an arms race pretty much, you know. It's like, okay, well, who can make the biggest bomb, who can make the fastest bomb, who can make it the fastest bomb the fastest. Like, it was really like, in my opinion, stupid, you know, because it's like, okay, well, we're just making this because we have an inkling that the other side is making one as well, so might as well make ours, which in turn is what the reason why they made theirs, you know. It's just, if no one made a freaking nuclear bomb, then we would be much better, you know, not like that shroud of doubt and worry in the back of your mind. It's like, well, these could go off at any time, huh? Like, why? Like, it's so freaking stupid. Like, I was talking about the entirety I was reacting to this, man. It's just like, there is no need to have a bomb, like, just straight up the topic of this video, you know, like, have a one bomb that you detonate it, the world is gone, man. Like, it's just so destroyed up to high heaven to where there is like no chances of it coming back until like billions and billions of years later, and then even then you might still have radiation everywhere. But like, it's so freaking mental how like we almost made that a reality, you know. It finally took people like, okay, let's stop, let's take a step back and breathe, you know. And like he talked about, like, if an alien comes to visit, like, they might think we're freaking nut jobs trying to destroy our own planet with the nuclear wars, you know. It's just, to me, it's so freaking stupid. And like, you could argue that like war itself is like a, what do they call it, like a chaotic neutral, like a necessity, if you will. But like, to me, I don't get it. I really don't. Like, yeah, there's conflict and stuff, but like, there's also talking, you know. Like, we don't have to just like press the right button because I'm angry. Like, no, that's so stupid and naive, man. Like, we should be better than that as human beings, you know. But sadly, the world's not perfect. It's not freaking anime or anything where like everything happy in the end, you know. But like, it's just wacky to think about, like, seriously how close we were to actually making this a reality. Like, that's just borderline insane, man. And I gotta stop babbling at this point, because I'll just like keep talking about how bad everything is in this video. But like, overall, I still enjoyed it because it did everything I look for in a nutshell video, you know. Like, the freaking info that they pump out 24/7, like, I adore that every single time, even if the topic is like doom and gloom the entirety of the video, except that tiny shroud of doubt, or not doubt, but positivity, where it's just like, well, the bomb never got made, so that's positive, right? And I'm just like, we were close though. Like, the fact that it like boiled down to one, I need to stop. The fact that it boiled down to one guy, as well, I was gonna say, is really stupid. But I'm done. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Leave a like down below, subscribe, ring the bell, become a member. You get videos a day early, and check out the merch. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. Y'all guys have been fantastic, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later days.